Oh, you're one of the new recruits. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is, I'm the communications officer for the Autobots, specifically for Optimus Prime. Honestly, you won't be seeing a lot of me. I mainly stay within my lab, if you want to call it that. It's more or less a closet filled with machines, myself included. Well, as a communications officer, I monitor incoming and outgoing messages and transmissions. Pretty much, I'm the cybersecurity guard, if you will. I mean, there's been a few attacks that I've been able to definitely block, but most of the time it's nothing major. Although we did have a incident where I had to get onto a soldier about sending not work-related messages to his wife. Yeah. A little embarrassing for all those involved, but hey, so, what career are you pursuing here? Are you, a soldier, a technician, or you're a mechanic? Very interesting. We are looking for mechanics. Are you going to be working on the vehicles, the trucks that are here, or are you gonna work on, like, the helicopters, the planes? On us? Oh, I see. You're gonna be working with Ratchet. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean, I met him yet. Oh, Ratchet is our chief medical officer. He is, he's sort of the doctor of the group, and, if you're a mechanic and you're going to be working on us, he is going to be your boss and your teacher and your mentor and everything in between. What's he like? Well, he's very knowledgeable on many things relating to our health and anatomy. He is a great teacher, and from what I understand, a fantastic friend. If you don't piss him off. He's been known to have a short temper. Well, there's been a couple of incidents that I've been aware of where a wrench might have gotten thrown. He would never do anything like that to a human. He understands that humans are not as durable as we are. No. We understand that there are certain precautions we have to take with humans. We have to be very mindful of our actions and our food. Optimus is he's a great leader. He's a great leader. I feel like there are times when he allows for personal issues to shine through. But, when you've been fighting the war for as long as he has, I suppose you're entitled to that. He, How do I describe Optimus Prime? He's very fatherly, but he can also be a pain in the neck. He is very protective, very understanding, very caring, but he can be very driven and determined to prove his point on certain things, and it can sometimes lead to arguments. No, I would never argue against him. There are others, however, that have and lost the arguments. The younger mechs, mostly. I believe you might have met Skids as one of them. He's just a younger. I wouldn't call him a. Well, I wouldn't offend him. I wouldn't use an offensive term for him. He's just very young and impressionable. Our ages. That's complicated for a number of reasons. I guess in a very bizarre conversion, you could say, Skids in McFlapper, like 18-ish. Bowie is 27, or thereabouts. It's a very odd conversion, because we are extremely old compared to you guys. Optimus is not a geezer. No, he would be like, I guess, early 40s, late 30s for you guys. Midlife. He definitely shows his age from time to time. Your boss, Ratchet, late 40s, you all the further down. Me, I suppose early 30s. Very inquisitive. You are a virtue and ask a lot of questions, but I have not been faced with one so curious as to you. But with my questions, you might want to be careful who you talk to and you ask. There's a few of us who don't quite like to share things, specifically personal, as Ratchet, for one. I would not ask him about his personal life. But oh yeah, sorry. So to meet him, if you just want to continue straight down in the opposite direction that you walked, and then take a left instead of a right when you get to the intersection, and his medical bay will be there. Oh, yeah, no, I only have a 10-hour shift, so and when you get finished, feel free to stop by my, well, it's Scott Communications Lab. It's basically a closet filled with audio monitoring equipment. If you just don't know, it's actually right here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Definitely like to know more about humans and human culture. Haven't had a chance to really sit down with a human myself. Yeah. Just you meet me here when your fifth is on. Well, I honestly can say I wasn't expecting you. Usually after the third shift, with Ratchet, most people tend to run toward the hills, sees the expression. Well, I'm glad that you know how to handle that. So, what am I doing? In my job, I'm literally just monitoring every transmission that comes in and out. Right now, it's been very quiet. We had a couple of little satellite calls, nothing too wild. No reaches. We do have a certain level of security to prevent our enemy from knowing where we are, so in the event that they would try some sort of attack on our communication system, they have to know exactly where we are. I mean, that did happen once, but the odds of it happening twice are the very slim. Very slim. And the first time it happened is mostly because of the power surge that sorts them. We had an artifact that had a very high amount of electromagnetic radiation, and it decided when it was tampered with to expel that radiation, which led the enemy to our base, and then we had to move. Other than that was kind of, I don't want to say a human's fault, but kind of was a human's fault. What do you mean? How are humans? That doesn't mean that I don't like humans. Humans are very interesting to me. They're something that I've never encountered. Carbon-based life forms and are so small compared to us, but incredibly resilient. I spent many hours on your very primitive internet, no offense, seeing stories of how the humans have done these amazingly incredible, unbelievable triumphs. I saw an article how that mother was able to lift a vehicle that's 4 times her weight off of her child during an emergency. That's something incredible. I have a respect for humans. And humans are definitely something that, for as long as I will continue to live, I will never forget. I mean, it's very hard for us to forget things anyways, but but there were a couple of things that I don't quite understand about your culture. The culture was, as I'm sure there's a few things that you don't know or you don't understand about others. You may not Optimus didn't maybe read the whole big presentation over the war. Okay. Well, Okay, so it's been a long time ago, even for us. We're all from a planet called Cybertron. It was a very beautiful world. A world with living technology, metal, and gorgeous, loved, beautiful, although there were a few things that now that I see in your planet that we were lacking. Technically, good, but with evolution. That planet was entirely comprised of landmass, metallic landmass, and we did have flora and fauna. You know, we had plants and we had animals, but nothing ever with the unique coloration that I see here. Yeah, it's all silver and black, but it was on. And it was an amazing place. But it was a place that was often divided by beliefs and standards and ideology. And it sort of came to a climax with Decepticons and Autobots. And we're all Cybertronians. But you have you kind of have your I don't have to put this as you might be aware on Earth. There are people from all walks of life. There are people who come from very nuclear families, very tight-knit families that tend to have a lot of income and be very kind of higher up socially. And then you have people who are, you know, not as fortunate and tend to be sort of the workers, if you will. So we had that to an extreme. Now all of us possess a sounding out of the abilities. And we had access to all sorts of, you know, historical records and stuff like that. But there were those who believed that we should be separated based on our, you would call it mindset. You know, there were those who were designed to be warriors and soldiers and fighters and muscle. And there were those who were not. And this caused a shift. I said, like a schism. I guess you could say technically it was a civil war. And it still is a civil war, but it's been a catastrophic civil war. Anyways, the most well-known gladiator warrior that we had was Megatron. And it is because he would not stop. Ever. At all. He fought to win. Which is kind of necessary because a lot of times those who didn't win would be offline. And we, in a way, we celebrated that. It makes us a little bit more barbaric, I suppose. But anyways, he started a revolution. Where basically those who were on that level felt that they were mistreated and not represented and cast aside. Which, yes, in some cases they were. Some people did frown on them. But I don't think a war would have been the proper choice. Anyways, he led a revolt and overthrew him, essentially, for the planet. And the Autobots had an army, and they started the fight, and they got out of it really quickly. And basically the only way to protect any life was to leave the planet. It no longer became habitable. So, a lot of us jumped into rockets, you call them, and just left. And we were castaways, really, in the vast emptiness of space. And some of us didn't find each other. Some of us found the enemy. Some kind of enemy found us. So I actually remember there was I landed on an asteroid, huge asteroid, size of probably 5 Earths. This hurling through space, and I thought I was the only person, only being on that rock. I traversed all of it. I never thought that I'd ever leave. And then I made it halfway around. It took me years, but I made it halfway around. And it was one other mech on that asteroid. And truth be told, yeah, we could have lived in peace. You could have had one side, I could have the other. I didn't like fighting, personally. I don't see the point. But he didn't see eye to eye. Started a war, not a war. We started a fight. And, I ended up stranded out in space again. But I was very lucky, very fortunate that I was found by a very unique Autobot. He is very much a lone wolf. He just travels through space. Yep. And he really doesn't care about fighting, but he gets him off. And It'll show you that you've really been good at it. You rescued me. And dropped you off here. Then it left. It was really weird. Honestly, to spend so much time with a person I knew you'd never see again. But anyways, dude, I left here. I was actually, I was left in, and what does your species call it? I don't remember the exact state. Appalachian Mountains. And it is funny, because, you humans started printing these articles about bizarre metalmen who walk through forests. They were definitely right. But I've stayed hidden for a very long time, and I was fortunate that Optimus actually sent out a scouting crew, and he discovered me and brought me here. Well, not here, but brought me to their base. That is effectively the history of us and myself. I mean, the reason we don't really talk about our past is, I mean, it brings up a lot of memories for us. And memories are different. That's, as humans, you sort of, from my understanding, you get sort of like a summary of the events. You get a couple of flashes of images, maybe even a feeling of how you were during that event. But for us, it's almost like reliving it. We see it in every conceivable way. I suppose if you ask the right questions and are not malicious about it, some of us would be happy to share our story. My story. Well, when the war began, I was young, very young. I guess in your turn, that was probably maybe 10. And still right. See, other species that we did. So humans, when they grow up, they want to be something. They have aspirations. They have dreams. For us, we don't want that. It is, we grow up and we are given a task, a duty, and sometimes it changes, but most of the time it doesn't. I was destined, however unfortunate, to be a doctor. I didn't want to be. I don't. It's too much stress. But I was supposed to be a medic. And I was supposed to, well, actually, at the time the war started, I was supposed to basically enroll in school for it. But I couldn't do it. So when the war started, First thought that I had was to get on the first ship off the planet, and that's what I did. The asteroid, I would have done 18 when it happened. Oh yeah. Well, I was real younger. It's a birthday guess. I mean, it's a weird conversion. Alright, we're very, very old. But when Optimus found me, I was, well, he didn't find me, but when his crew found me, I was actually, I had found shelter in this abandoned radio station up in the mountains. Horrible, tiny little cinder block building with an antenna strapped to the roof. And I had tuned in, and I listened to all the radio station and all the chatter as much as I could. And I got really good at it. I had a talent for it. And so when I was brought to the base and Optimus asked what I was doing, I said, I'm very good at communications. And that's why he put me in charge of this. And yeah, I've been ever since. What was Optimus? He worked in, I guess technically, you could say he was like a librarian. He maintained records. And Ratchet was a politician. Just wild to me. Well, near-term politician, he was in the government. I have no idea what I did. I think he was a hunter. I genuinely don't know if that's from the night. The entire head was my friend who visits the medical bay often. He's trying to prototype new weapons. It seems to work out very well. Oh, you're not distracting me. The entire time I've been multitasking. We can do that. It's crazy, right? But so tell me about yourself. Or what were you found exactly? First, beautiful, actually. There's a couple of soldiers who I talk to on occasion, and we were from there, and they said that the weather's always insane, and they're always working on the roads, and like, they said that the scenery is the most gorgeous that I've ever seen. And they really want to get back there. So, one of them said that they would never go back. No, I've never been. I've seen videos and information and stuff like that through your internet, but I've never been myself. In Oliver, I've been to Maryland, I've been to Maine, I've been to Colorado, Nebraska, Wyoming, California. I don't like California. I'm sorry, too much traffic for me. Mississippi. That was fun. I went through, oh shoot, what's the best one? West Virginia. I went through West Virginia, that's right. There's a lot of very interesting things that like West Virginia. Why is everyone about a new one? I don't understand them. Why? Well, I'm sure you have been able to deduce that we cannot transform into this guy. So I assumed the first vehicle that I saw. It was a Hummer, or is a Hummer. That was 2004 Hummer. It's the first slide in my head. But the couple weeks come back to me, we were talking about you, telling me that, how old are you? 27. Seem a bit more mature than 27. Yeah. I take it, some dysfunctional family members. Wow. If it makes you feel any better, I've talked to so many soldiers, and a majority of it, there's family problems, so you're not alone. I'm just saying, no, I'm not. It's not my business. I tend to say out of other people's business, but it is something that I've noticed with humans is that they often feel isolated with their problems, and most of the time it's unwarranted. Humans are almost never isolated. But you said you went to college. Where did you go to college? Wait. You're there. Is that normal if you normally go to secondary school outside of the state that we live in? Unique. So what do you study? Mechanical engineering. That's impressive, actually. It's impressive because I understand what level humans are. So, it's something that's I suppose I have respect for. It is approximately 12:42 a.m. Right, humans require sleep. If you ever want to talk anymore, please let me know. I'm always here, so maybe next time we can go for a drive. I know there's a town not give or take 15 miles from here. It'll be a long drive, but they have a few things. They have them all. Some places to eat. Uh, I, that would be... I can see why you would assume that I'm asking you out on a date, but wouldn't that be a bit, what's the human say? Wouldn't that be a bit forward, considering we only just met? Well, okay, sir, it's a date. Well, I will see you, and don't you get off bed, because I certainly just want to have you up and away. Good night.